There is nothing subpar about our next speaker. A latter-day Rewi Ali, Jacob Parr came of age in Chairman Mao's paradise, bravely electing to buck the social norms and trends of his day by prioritising a Chinese OE over university education. Somehow, this enhanced his keenness for democracy and petition signing. He claims that his friends think him fun-loving, bubbly and funny. Jacob Parr.
Hey guys. It works. Just say no. Not worth it. So yeah, I kind of didn't want to go to university when I finished high school, so I signed up with this group, and I just wanted to go anywhere that they didn't speak English. Just kind of wanted to go somewhere crazy and mix it up a bit. There's me in Shell Kopi in Whakatane, living with my father, earning $9.50 an hour. Gas was like $1. Yeah, I found out that I was going to China, which I was totally stoked about. Do you know Chinese food comes from there? They eat it all the time there, honestly. So yeah, I used to, so here I am. I turned up in Beijing. I met the guy who I was supposed to be working with. We'd been making some email communications, did all the touristy things, and then flew to Qingdao, which was the city that I was going to. I couldn't speak a word of Chinese. And when we got to the airport, the Minister of Education told us that we wouldn't be going to the same school. He split us up. And I went to this school like 40 minutes out of town by myself. It's the first time I lived away from home. I lived up in the top of the art building here. I kind of learnt how to look after myself here. It was kind of cool. I was put in classes of 60 to 70 students. Connoisseurs among you might realize that I use paint to do this, because it's all I know how to use. This is the school, some of the kids playing. I remember teaching in class once, showing pictures of my family, and I showed this one slide, and a student put his hand up and said, "Teacher, your brother is more handsome than you." I said, I didn't really know how to respond to that. He said, "Oh, but you are still handsome." So, thanks, bro. So I had like maybe 10 students in the class out of 60 who could speak English, and everyone else just slept or played basketball in the class. Apart from erroneous droppings, Qingdao turned out to be a really great place. It's a tourist destination. There's sort of lots of beaches and sand, and there's no smog, and the weather's good in summer. So I sort of, just hung out there. I met this guy on the bus once. His name was Jian Cong. Most people didn't speak to me because, there weren't that many foreigners around and they were a bit scared. He did. And he actually invited me back to his hometown of Balto in Inner Mongolia, which is fucking far away, I realized. But I did go. This is school in winter. It's my first white Christmas, although it kind of was watered down by the fact that they have Christmas stuff up all year round in China, so it didn't really feel any different. Like in summer, you would see like Merry Christmas all over the restaurants and stuff. So this is Balto. I went there. It took 26 hours in the bus to get there. This is my first experience driving down the footpath for some reason, honking like irritatedly at all the pedestrians walking past. I thought that was pretty cool. But this place, it's a real tourist destination. It's known for its steel production and vast differences in temperature. Like it gets up to 45 in summer and minus 25 in winter. So yeah, awesome. There's some lovely steel factories. I didn't see anyone other than Chinese people in Inner Mongolia, except some sweet Mongols who were like street fighting and just wasting each other. So this is lovely Balto. The place I stayed didn't have a shower, so I had to go to a communal shower. I went twice in like a month because I had to be naked around people who had not seen foreigners before. It was just back to that. The second time, I agreed to let myself be washed by a guy. He touched my scrotum. I will never forget that. So Fireworks in China will blow your mind, literally, if you're not careful. They're awesome. I did some experiments. Fireworks are not a good way to stew apples or bake potatoes. But just so much fun. Like, it's kind of cool because although it's a strange place to be, there's like no rules in Baltol. Like, it's so far away from Beijing that no one really cares what happens. We went to the Gobi Desert. This was cool, man. It's really cold that day. Like, as I said, it would be in the minus 20s. But as soon as you get above the snow line, it just looks like hot, like a normal desert. That was really fun. What else did we do in the Gobi Desert? Not much. So on my way back, this is not me after a 40-hour trip back from Baltol because it was after New Year's and I couldn't get the fast 26-hour trip back. When I was coming back, I was not smiling. For 20-something hours of it, I didn't have a seat. And then I had about that much of a seat on the corner of a... It was horrible. Anyway, so the next summer, the next intake, there was a lot more people. And so I hung out with these guys. It was really cool. We just really bonded. And it was kind of some of the best years of my life, actually. We used to go out all the time. Like... We'd go to a restaurant and eat as much as we could and drink as much as we could, really as much as we could. And it was like something like $5. It was ridiculous. And then we'd go out. And it's so fun going out in China. So much fun. The next slide. Oh, wow. This was an 80s party I went to. I don't remember that girl, but it's a cool photo, so I put it in. And these are some of my friends. We used to like go out 3 or 4 times a week. Wow, it was so much fun. Just, you can't remember it, but I'm remembering it. Just fun. Yeah, and so I stayed in China. I learned Chinese. I traveled to a lot of different places. I've been back since. I went back last year with my brother. And if anyone here speaks Chinese, well, 我会说普通话，我不骗你们，我就是会说。Did anyone understand that? No one? Okay. All right.
Thank you, Jacob. Management has just informed me that you have won this year's Sarah Nathan Award for use of the word fuck in a Hamilton Gardens Arts Festival event. So good on you, Jacob! Woohoo! You're out there, Sarah, somewhere.